Apple has officially confirmed it's building the one product it swore it never would, a pair of everyday AI glasses. And the whole industry is asking one question: is this the moment Apple finally ends Meta's reign? And of course, within minutes of the announcement, social media turned into a meme factory, joking Siri would fumble it and your screen would immediately break. But beyond the memes, the real story is much bigger. Meta has the style, it has the popularity, and it has momentum on its side. But Apple has one single feature Meta cannot match: true, tried and tested AI assistants. A giant virtual screen that floats in front of you, runs real Apple apps in space using iOS Vision. Not simple notifications, not blunt replies, not a camera solely for live streams. A genuine computing interface sitting in the world in front of you, controlled by your hands, your voice, and your eyes. This one feature alone could genuinely make Apple's intelligence project the first pair of glasses that actually replaces tasks you normally use your phone for. And that is why Apple is finally entering the space that too many users have been waiting for and trying to win it. Let's start with the pattern that should terrify every rival in this space. Because Apple has run this exact play 4 times already and won each time. The company did not invent the MP3 player, the smartphone, the smartwatch, or the wireless earbud. It let other brands take the arrows, define the awkward first drafts, and absorb every early mistake. Then it strolled in years later with the version normal people actually wanted to buy. Smart glasses look like the 5th chapter in that same story. For the last few years, Apple poured its energy and billions of dollars into the Vision Pro, a $3,499 spatial computer that dazzled reviewers and sold to almost nobody. Now, according to Bloomberg's Mark Gurman, the company has quietly shifted gears and pointed its resources at something far more ordinary looking: a lightweight pair of camera glasses known inside Apple as N50. This is not a headset. It is not goggles. It is a device engineered to be so unremarkable on your face that people forget it's a computer at all. And that is precisely the trap. Online, the reaction split down the middle. Half the comments mocking Apple for being late to a party Meta started, the other half admitting that late but perfect is exactly how Apple always wins. Because every time the company has entered a market this way, the incumbents who felt safe suddenly found themselves fighting for scraps. Meta has the momentum today. But momentum has never stopped the machine in Cupertino once it decides a category is worth owning. To understand why this entry is so dangerous, you have to understand what Apple is actually building. So what exactly is the N50, and why is everyone in the eyewear world suddenly nervous? Picture a normal pair of premium acetate glasses. The kind you'd happily wear to dinner, except tucked into the frame are cameras, microphones, and speakers, all wired into an upgraded AI-driven Siri. There is no screen in the lens, no floating windows, no augmented reality overlays, no spatial computing in the first generation at all. Instead, information comes back to you the way it does through AirPods, spoken into your ears, with the cameras feeding Apple's Visual Intelligence so the glasses can understand whatever you're looking at. Reports describe distinctive vertically oriented oval camera modules ringed with indicator lights, deliberately different from the round cameras on Meta's glasses. Apple is reportedly testing multiple frame styles and finishes in high-end materials, because the entire point is that these read as eyewear first and gadget second. The device pairs with your iPhone and leans on it for heavy processing, exactly like the Apple Watch and AirPods do, which keeps the frames light enough to wear from morning to night. What the glasses are meant to do reads like a checklist of everything Ray-Ban Meta already offers: take photos and video, handle calls, play music, deliver notifications, give you walking directions, recognize what's in front of you, and translate speech in real time. And this is where the earliest doubters piped up online, asking why anyone would pay Apple money for features Meta already ships today. It's a fair question, until you realize the difference isn't the feature list at all. It's the brain sitting behind it, and that brain is where this story gets interesting. On-screen text, Gemini inside, Visual Intelligence, rebuilt Siri. Here's the plot twist that genuinely blindsided the industry, and it's the single biggest thing Apple has that its competitors don't. For years, Siri was the punchline, the assistant that couldn't answer a basic question without fumbling, and the memes wrote themselves. That version of Siri would have doomed any pair of glasses on arrival. But at WWDC in June 2026, Apple did the unthinkable. It rebuilt Siri from the ground up, and it did it by partnering with Google, licensing a custom 1.2 trillion parameter Gemini model, reportedly worth around $1 billion a year. The new Siri AI is conversational, context-aware, and capable of multi-step tasks across your apps, closer to ChatGPT or Gemini than the stumbling assistant everyone mocked. It can pull personal context from your messages, mail, and photos, understand what's on your screen or in front of your camera, and take real actions on your behalf. Now layer that onto a pair of glasses. You look at a restaurant and Siri names it, checks the reviews, and tells you if your friend mentioned it in a text last week. You glance at a foreign menu, and it translates and explains the ingredients. You point your face at a landmark, a plant, a product on a shelf, and ask the simplest possible question, "What am I looking at?" And it answers. This is the combination that terrifies competitors, and it's the exact thing rivals can't copy. Google has Gemini's raw power, but weaker on-device depth. Meta has on-device features, but an AI widely seen as less capable at complex reasoning. Apple is threading both, Gemini's intelligence wrapped inside its own privacy-first, on-device architecture. That best of both worlds setup is something no other brand can currently match. Now think about the trap closing, because here's the second thing Apple has that no rival can replicate, the most locked-in ecosystem in consumer tech. Over 1 billion people already carry an iPhone, and the N50 is designed to slot into that world as naturally as AirPods did. It won't be a standalone gadget you have to learn from scratch. It'll be a wearable extension of the phone, the watch, and the earbuds you already own, sharing your contacts, your photos, your messages, your calendar, all without you setting up a single new account. That is a moat no startup and arguably no other tech giant can dig around. A tiny brand can build a clever pair of AI glasses, but it cannot hand you an ecosystem of devices that already know your entire life. Then there's the third thing rivals can't touch, privacy, and it's where Apple has historically drawn blood. Where Meta's business runs on data and Google's runs on advertising, Apple has built its whole identity around keeping your information on your device. At WWDC, Craig Federighi went out of his way to say privacy and AI is non-negotiable, and Apple insists request data is deleted the moment a task is executed. For a product with a camera on your face, that framing matters enormously, and consumers online noticed immediately, with plenty of comments saying a camera they can actually trust in public is the only version they'd wear. Smart glasses have never failed because of bad hardware. They fail when the people around you don't trust them. Apple selling you a camera you can feel comfortable wearing, backed by a privacy story competitors simply cannot tell, could be the thing that finally makes this category feel safe. And a safe pair of glasses is a mainstream pair of glasses. Before we go further, if you're finding this breakdown useful, take a second to hit that like button and subscribe so you don't miss where this arms race goes next. Let's talk about timing, because a great product launched into the wrong moment dies, and Apple has clearly learned that lesson the hard way. The reason these glasses could dominate isn't just the tech, it's that the market is bending sharply upward at the exact moment Apple arrives. Global smart glasses shipments hit nearly 15 million units in 2025, up more than 44% in a single year, and forecasters expect the AI glasses market to blow past 10 million units in 2026 on its way to 35 million by 2030. That's a compound growth rate near 47%, wildly out of step with a sluggish broader gadget market. Meta already proved the hardest part, that regular people will wear cameras on their faces if the glasses look normal enough, selling millions of Ray-Ban Meta units and quietly dissolving the privacy panic that killed earlier attempts. Younger buyers are comfortable wearing tech on their faces. Travelers love hands-free translation. Commuters would rather glance at directions than dig out a phone. Creators want to capture moments without lifting a screen. The category has crossed the line from weird early adopter novelty into something the mainstream is reaching for, and the consumer chatter reflects it, with the tone online shifting from, "Why would anyone wear these a couple of years ago?" to "Which pair should I buy today?" Apple isn't gambling on an unproven idea the way it might have a decade ago. It's timing its entry to the exact inflection point where a niche becomes a mass market, betting its software and ecosystem can scoop up the millions of new buyers arriving every quarter. That is the smartest possible moment to strike, and Apple knows it. Of course, it would not be an Apple launch without a tidal wave of memes and skepticism, and this plan has plenty of cracks worth poking at, honestly. The internet did what it always does, resurfacing years of Siri, set a timer, fail clips, photoshopping the glasses onto every meme template imaginable, and joking that Apple would charge $999 for a pair that can't even show you a notification. And underneath the jokes sit real problems. The biggest one is time. The N50 was originally targeted for a late 2026 reveal and an early 2027 launch, but that timeline has slipped, and Gurman now reports the glasses are aimed at a late 2027 arrival. The reason for the delay is telling. It's not the hardware, it's the brains. Apple wants its visual intelligence to be genuinely good before shipping, terrified of launching an underwhelming first-generation product into a market Meta already dominates. That caution is smart, but it's also risky, because by late 2027, Meta will likely be on its third generation, with Google and Samsung's Android XR glasses already established. The second big knock, and the one consumers complain about most, is the lack of a display. While Google's approach leans on a giant floating AR screen, Apple's first generation stays completely display-free, relying entirely on audio and Siri, and a model with an in-lens display reportedly isn't coming until 2028 or later. There's also the simple fact that this is Apple's first attempt at an entirely new category, and history says the first version always ships with compromises that get fixed in Generation 2. The skeptics and the meme lords aren't wrong to point at the delays, the missing screen, and the first product risk. Whether those cracks matter depends on whether Apple's software magic can carry a screenless design, and that's the real gamble. Here's what most people miss when they mock the screenless first version, because Apple is not building a single product, it's laying the first stone of a decade-long roadmap. The display-free N50 is the entry point, the pair designed to get millions of people comfortable wearing Apple glasses every single day. But Gurman's reporting makes clear the ambition runs far deeper. Down the line, Apple wants to fold in real health tracking features, turning the glasses into another sensor on your body the way the Apple Watch became the health hub on your wrist. Further out, the company is working toward true augmented reality lenses, actual visual overlays projected into your view, arriving later this decade if the technology matures on schedule. A separate, more advanced display-equipped model, sometimes called Vision Air, has reportedly been pushed toward the 2028 to 2029 window, positioned as the lighter, cheaper successor to the Vision Pro Dream. The strategy mirrors exactly how platform shifts always begin. The smartwatch didn't replace the phone overnight, it changed our habits first. AirPods didn't kill speakers, they changed how we consume audio. Apple's glasses won't replace your screen on day one, but they'll start peeling away dozens of tiny daily interactions. A glance at a notification, a quick translation, a hands-free photo, a spoken direction. Those little moments add up, and every one of them is a moment your phone no longer owns. And that's the piece rivals struggle to answer, because none of them own the phone, the watch, and the earbuds those habits migrate from. Apple's real goal isn't to win a gadget category, it's to become the company that understands your world visually, in real time, and to own the interface that sits between you and everything you look at. The N50 is just the first move. So where does this leave the brands already in the ring, and is the fear of a total wipeout actually justified? Let's be fair to the competition, because Apple arriving in 2027 does not automatically erase everyone else. Meta has a genuine head start, millions of units sold, a beloved Ray-Ban partnership, and years of real-world data on how people actually use camera glasses. Google has Gemini's raw power, the Android XR platform, and its own fashionable eyewear partnerships with Warby Parker and Gentle Monster. Samsung brings manufacturing muscle and a mountain of XR patents. These are not soft targets. But here's the uncomfortable truth for all of them, and it circles right back to what Apple has that they don't. Apple doesn't need to be first, or even best on paper, to reshape the entire market because it walks in with the ecosystem, the privacy story, and the Gemini-powered Siri stacked together. A combination not one rival can put on the table at once. When it enters a category, it drags in mainstream buyers who never considered the product before, the exact way the iPhone expanded smartphones far beyond business users. Analyst Ming-Chi Kuo projects Apple could ship 3 to 5 million glasses in the first year alone, which would represent a massive chunk of the whole market overnight. That kind of gravity forces every rival to react, to match Apple's privacy story, its integration, its design polish. The smaller AI eyewear brands, the dozens of startups selling clever camera glasses today, are the ones with the most to lose, because they can't offer an iPhone, a watch, a privacy guarantee, or a billion-dollar Gemini deal. Apple may not literally end every other brand, but it could absorb the mainstream so completely that everyone else is left fighting over the edges. And in Apple's world, the edges are where competitors go to slowly disappear. So here's the real question worth arguing about. Does Apple's ecosystem, privacy, and Gemini-powered Siri make these glasses an unstoppable category killer? Or does Meta's head start and Google's floating AR display keep the door open long enough to hold Cupertino off? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below, and make sure you've liked and subscribed so you don't miss what comes next in this fight.